Hi, I'm Daniel.
And I'm Michael, and we're here with another Neil News Network.
We have many school events to cover, so stay tuned. With the second half of the semester coming to a close, we have many of Neil's sports activities to talk about.
First up, we have the teacher versus student basketball game.
All right, Silva, how does it feel to take the L?
We did our best. You know, we won intramurals, but yeah, I just felt happy. You know, we had fun, and that's the most important part. So yeah.
All right, I appreciate you, bro. All right, good try. All right, guys, congratulations on your win.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
How much effort was put in to beat the students?
I wouldn't say very much effort, but I think our strategy today was very defensive. Defensive strategy at the end of the game was what made us prevail.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
We also have the table tennis team. Both double teams from McNeil made it to the finals.
NNN's very own Miles Mowbray and Perry Campbell beat Declan Smith and Marie O'Connor for the gold medal.
All these events seem like hard work.
Speaking of hard work, up next for Teacher Feature, we have Miss Teresi.
She has been involved with many extracurriculars at Neil.
So here we have Ms. Teresi speaking about all of our extracurricular activities around the school. So Ms. Teresi, what extracurricular activities are you a part of?
I'm a part of several after-school activities. On Mondays from November through to April, I help arrange volunteers for the Out of the Cold for the Beaches United Church. And so then on Wednesdays, we have our plastic mat project. Thursdays is Ethics Club. And Friday, I run with Mr. Cummings, the CLG group, which is Notre Dame students, along with Neil McNeil students, who put together retreats for confirmations. And this week we are finishing our 4th confirmation retreat for church community in the neighborhood.
Well, we see a lot of these plastic bags, so why don't you tell us about your plastic bag project?
Okay, so our plastic bag project started after Advent, where we had a lot of plastic bags after our initiative, and we didn't really know what to do with them. So a number of my grade 12s and I Googled what we could do with them, and we knew about the milk bag project, but we didn't have milk bags, we just had regular bags. And so we Googled how to make plastic yarn, and so this is what we have here. This is one of our plastic yarn balls. And so every Wednesday we get together and we cut the plastic and loop it together, and we crochet them. And so I had learned how to crochet from my grandma years ago, and so now I'm passing that tradition on to our Neil students. And so it starts out like this, and then here on the table we have our first ever major bed blankets for the homeless. It's a really good insulator, it keeps people warm and dry, and the excess pieces that are all like kind of discarded, nothing goes in the garbage. So what we do is we've learned to tape them into marine life. So this is our little sea turtle here that are affected by the excess of plastic in our water, in our oceans. So we have that one, and then once it's painted and paper mache'd, you get like a hard turtle.
So how can students of Neil get involved?
And students can just keep listening to the announcements, and also on our Instagram page and Facebook, we are constantly updating and reminding students weekly of all of the different initiatives. For Out of the Cold, the announcements will start in October because we just wrapped up this year. We had a lot of volunteers, which was great. So listen to the announcements, but every Wednesday you can come to room 402 with Miss Murphy and I, and we will do plastic bags with you.
Well, thank you for joining us, Ms. Teresi.
Thanks, Christian.
What is a robot's favorite type of music?
What?
Heavy metal.
With that being said, here's the robotics team with another competition. Hi, I'm Daniel, and I have an interview with the robotics team.
Owen?
Jake?
How often does the robotics team meet?
Well, usually during preseason, so before the game is announced and you actually start building, we meet about once a week just to talk about maybe last season or like what we're gonna plan to do for the rest of the season. And then during the actual season itself, we have 6 weeks, and we try to meet hopefully every day of the week, and we also do weekends, so we do Saturday.
So what are some of the typical things that you guys do at meetings?
Well, for some of the meetings, we will talk about design. We'll build the robot. We'll practice driving. It all depends on where we're at during the season.
All right, can you please talk a little bit about the competition and what your robot is able to do?
Yeah, so our robot is able to push other robots around. The competition this year, we had to lift cargo, which is just a kind of like a bouncy ball, and hatch panels, which is a plexiglass disc, and we basically had to put those on certain objects on the field. So we tried to cover all bases for our robot, but we also managed this year to climb up onto a higher platform.
What advice would you give to someone who is interested in joining the robotics team?
So I think that the number one advice is to kind of just like fully commit to it. I mean, there's a lot of commitment involved, but I mean, I think that if you'll be like a really good help to your team if you actually just, you know, go to as many meetings as you can, and kind of just, you know, help out as much as you can. You know, maybe if there's nothing to do, you just, you know, talk to someone and just, you can probably help out. There's always something to do.
All right, that's all from the robotics team. Thank you both for interviewing. All right, back to you guys at the studio.
It's almost time for Spirit Week with the upcoming carnival on May 17th. Are you going?
Yeah, I'm going. But let's see what the student council has to say.
This is Michael back with another student view. Today we're interviewing a member of Neil McNeil Student Council, Eric, about what's happening for Spirit Week and the carnival. Eric, can you tell us a little bit about what's happening for Spirit Week?
Well, we still have some of the much-loved past events for the carnival and different days, such as Jersey Day, Hawaiian Shirt Day, Tie Day, but there are some new things that we are trying out this year, and we hope that everyone will like them.
So what are some new things you're introducing this year?
Well, I can tell you, on Monday, we're having Free Cookie Day. So I have the personal pleasure of going to the cookie factory and buying over 800 cookies to distribute amongst the student populace. And we have Popcorn Day. That is semi-new. They'll be sold for $2, as everyone already knows. And on Friday, we have some new inflatable objects. And yeah.
How long have you and the student council been planning this?
Well, we like to take our time when planning for the carnival. Special shout out to Miss Orr for her tireless and dedicated work. We spent several months on this in the lead up into carnival. We have done much inquiry, planning, and budgeting in order to make sure that it's the best possible carnival for everyone here at Neil McNeil.
Thank you, Eric.
It's been a pleasure.
And now back to Michael and Daniel at the studio.
This is the end of this Neil News Network.
But remember, Fidelis in Arduis.